Guys, I managed to do 2 small trades here this morning in Facebook. I didn't catch the initial move, but I liked the strength of the initial move. And I want to show you something here. So I always teach you to connect your gaps, to fill your gaps in, right? This will give you a better idea of what you're dealing with. But this whole move is one fluid move in my mind, okay? Now, what I like about it is all of this support down here. Now, remember, a power move has supportive elements in and of itself. The supportive elements of your power move shoot this way, okay? So they shoot supportive elements to the right. And that goes for red power moves too. They shoot red power or resistance to the right. So there are these layers of support all the way down the power move. But the support beneath you, like the 200 and a tight, fabulous 4, they sort of shoot support upward. Let's do that with blue. Creating this cross current of support, or a thick web that usually, this web usually catches declines. So this is one of the main reasons why I love so much the power surge off the 200, because when you have a power surge, let's say here's the 200, you have a power surge off the 200, this bar is shooting power to the right, your 200 is shooting power upward, and it creates this thick net that stocks usually bounce out of, okay? As an example of that, we had, I think it's Gil this morning. Yeah, see the power move off the 200. This bar shoots power this way. And at the same time, your 200 is adding its help of support upward because it's under. So stocks usually bounce out of this area. Now, if you look very carefully at Guild, notice how Guild dipped into that net of power. See, that's what that tail is, right? It opened and then dropped right into that power support range and powered out of it. All right, so in the Facebook play, it's the whole move in my mind here. Connecting the gap. So I didn't catch this. I wanted to catch the pullbacks. Now, the first pullback I caught was right near the low here. All right, and I got out of most of the play here and there. For a quick scalp, I could tell that it was struggling. Right? You don't give me follow through after a bar like that and you drop back, it's struggling. All right. So I mentioned to the traders, let's see if there's sort of like a double dip scenario that I can play into this power range. And I got it. There's the double dip scenario. Boom. Now, I was bidding down here. It didn't quite get my bids. I was waiting for a little bit more, and this would have been a much bigger play. but it never got there. And I mentioned to the traders this morning that I just seem off. I'm missing things by pennies. All right. I had orders up here. I missed by pennies and just had to get out lower. But I had orders down here. I missed this drop by pennies. So instead, when I saw the tail go, I just started buying into the tail here. Once I had a tail, I realized I missed my orders there. So let me see if the executions are still there. Sometimes they disappear. Yeah, so see, so I had orders here waiting. I missed this by pennies. So when the tail happened, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that these executions, boom, boom, boom. I'm just hitting it up here. All right, and coming out on that move. And so it turned out to be basically just kind of two little short trades here. For some morning change. But there were some interesting things that happened this morning. As I pointed out, the guild is just a monster today. And what's interesting about the guild here, guys, is that it's, you know, you've got so many of the elements that I teach you. First of all, here's your monster whale, okay? Here is the power surge, my favorite play of all, off the 200. Here is a tight, fabulous 4, not a wide and whippy one. Major follow through or flow usually comes from tight, narrow fat 4s. All right? You've got a pullback that stays in the upper portion of its power. So here's the power. Now you cut that in half. The pullback stays in the upper portion of it. Okay? You get the new high, which is really a 2-bar event, right? 1, 2. There's your new high complete. You take some off. You want to trail the rest. You're out somewhere here or somewhere up there, which is really, really a beautiful trade. But notice how this pullback definitely stays in the upper portion. And big bars actually hold. So let's look at the drops into the big bars. Look at this drop into the big bar. The top third holds. Look at this bar here. The top third of the bar holds. This is a key component to what I would call absolute power. That I'm a big proponent of cutting everything in half, but when things can't break through the top third, it's just wow power. In every big bar, every solid bar, there's no real deep push into it, you know, until the move is over. All right, so very powerful. MU today. Nice power surge off the 200, hung in there very well. Now look at the big bar. Look at the big bar. Look at your power bar. And look at how it mostly stays in the top third of the bar. That usually means more to the upside, and the same in reverse, right? And many traders spotted this in the room this morning, bull 180, right, as you approach that 20-period moving average, and that's your key, that the whale, boom, should be complete here. Very nice. Very, very nice there. All right. C, beautiful power trend for a portion of the morning. Once again, power bar, stock stays in the upper portion of the power bar, taking out red right there. Boom, boom, boom. Power trend, 8-period moving average, out. Lots of interesting things here today. JD, really interesting. Well, no, wasn't JD. It was eBay. That's the one, yes. eBay, really interesting today. Beautiful, beautiful short. This is a lesson that I covered in the VIP study session. They know what to do in these things perfectly now. Boom, that's your short right there. That's your short under that bottoming tail bar takeout. That green bar ignored, boom, boom, out, if you like. It's powerful and beautiful and classic and perfect. It's a nice play. All right. Steve, I'm just seeing your question. Did I answer the question about MU? All right, cool. All right. All right. So guys, the concepts are the same. You know, they don't really change. It's just a matter of repeating them, waiting for them to happen. I'm always saying that trading is really more waiting than it is trading itself. You're waiting for what you know to happen to you, to happen to one of your stocks.